Hi, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Gemini, this is your monthly read for October. And I just want to say a little apology here because it's been a moment since I put these videos out there. I think the last one you got was for the month of August. And since then, I haven't really done anything. It's majorly the majority of the biggest reason for this is technical issues. I've done some stuff and then camera shuts off, or done some stuff and the microphone doesn't work, or it's just been a moment to really get to fix this, and I got some beautiful help from a couple of people, and now I'm up and running again. So I'm not going to take too much time on this explaining that, just going into the message for you guys. So think of this message as 6 weeks, give or take, into the future. We're going to start with a general energy or message, and then get deeper and deeper into that message, okay? And I know, just without a reading or just without feeling into you guys, this is a really transformative month altogether. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. This is really about like not waiting anymore, not sitting. If there's something you've been wanting to like go for, explore, experience, whatever that is, maybe you even feel like it's too much of. It can either be that you think that your schedule is full. There's something you want to try out. And Gemini, I know you feel probably all the time that your schedule is full, or you feel like there could be more things that you do, but you like the point is that you already do. If I completely generalize Gemini, the Gemini type is that you have a lot on your agenda already. Like there's a lot going on. Even for you to say like you're not doing all that much, there's a lot going on. So even for you to say maybe you feel a little bit overwhelmed because if Gemini says, okay, it's just too much on my plate, there's a lot going on. So I just feel like there's something that you want to do, or something that you want to launch or start or explore, but you might feel like there's so much else going on that it just isn't room for it. It feels like it's too much, it's too overwhelming to try this thing. Or it's the feeling of, why do this when everyone else is already doing it, or like when everyone else has already gotten their own way of like whatever it is that you want to put out there. I think it's a small flyer, a little bit annoying. There's Just know that uniquely you, like Gemini in this world, uniquely you, there's no one else like you. There's literally no other frequency in the universe, in the multiverse, that is exactly like you. You're the only one. So whatever it is that you're thinking about not putting out there, we're missing that frequency. It's not that we're gonna, the planet is gonna fall off the planet if you don't do this. It just fits the puzzle. It just feels like, think of someone that you really adore. Think of someone or something that you really have tapped into over the years, or that really has made a difference in your life. Maybe they're representing something on this planet that for sure other people represent as well, or that other, for instance, writing books on a typical subject, or like take movies for instance. How many movies has there ever been made like about love or about like whatever? And like, so why do another movie about love when it's already a gazillion ones out there? So that's the feeling. But if you look, like if you take the person or the situation or the mentor even that has certain things put out into the world, and you think of it as, and that wouldn't exist. I can think of some stuff or some people that really has like benefited me so much, like listening to them, thinking that they wouldn't be on this planet and wouldn't put out their stuff. Yeah, that would be a big chunk of my life would be missing. Like obviously I don't know what I miss if it's not out there. Like if I don't know about it, then maybe I don't feel like I miss it. You get what I mean. It feels important that you do put it out there, but it's not even, yeah, for some of you guys it feels like what's the point, because others have already done a good job at doing this. But seriously, yeah, there's room for you. When you have a wish to do something, it means that the audience is there. It doesn't mean that you're doing it for the audience. It just means that if you have a wish, then there's a demand. It's just how it works energetically. Okay, going deeper into this message, what do we have for Gemini, please? Gemini for the month of October. Yin. We're going to go deeper into these messages. What else for Gemini, please? Chaos and conflict. And mending. So this is interesting. There's a lot. So I did a reading for one of my sisters, and it's very similar, if not the same. Cards here, but let's see if the same things come out, because it can be the same card but not the same message. So this might sound random or like, so here's the situation. I might not even pick that up like from the camera. You see that there's a face there. And then if we look closely, it's like a splash of water, like right where my nail is, there's like a water thingy coming up, like a white streak. I just feel like someone just needs to clear their face, meaning it just feels like when you're too involved in something, or something like is just too up close and personal, too much in your face, and it can be sometimes a little bit tricky to have a clear vision or have a clear understanding, or not getting like a little bit too bogged down by the details, that would just take a step back and actually just clear the face. Like literally take a shower, or like do whatever you have to do in order for you to clear a little bit the energy around this, so that you can come back with a more mental clarity, more physical clarity, like just to get more clear. And the Yin card is about actually just allowing for things to fall into place. That the Yin energy is about ideas. It's about emotions. It's about feelings. It's about the fantasies and having those thoughts, but have them swirl around. Without the Yang, it's nothing really all that much happens. It just sort of is swirling around. And with the Yin card and with the rest of the cards, it just feels like, I understand that it probably is a little bit tricky for you to just sit back and watch, or sit back and follow what's happening right now, specifically since you're Gemini, but also because of this competition card. It's very much like go after what you want, which is a very masculine energy. And then the Yin card, I just feel like there's so much about finding balance and finding like an equal amount of both here. And you probably are already a lot in the masculine energy, meaning trying to steer things up, trying to structure things or plan things, or like you want to go get to the bottom of this and you want to have meetings about things, and simultaneously then also know when it's not yours. You know that say I can't remember that saying now, but like the saying of, recognize when there's something that you can change, and recognize that there's something that you can't change, and meaning when you are in control and when you're not. And if you're not in control of something and you actually literally can't change it, to just take a step back and allow for the circumstances, allow for the universe to really come in and help you. So this can be in terms of, should I put this thing out into the world? Should I there's so much going on already. Should I dive deeper into this? Well, yes and no, or yes and yes, but in two different ways. You can dive as deep as you want as long as it feels good. Like you can swirl around in there thinking about it, what it is that you truly want. But then really pay attention so that you don't like hurry things up, or try to, it's almost like trying to start to build a house with the material stuff that hasn't shown up yet. It's quite hard to build a house without the foundation, right? You have to wait for the stuff to come in to be able to build with it. So there's something here like, wait for the timing. Is it truly timing, or do you hurry things up because you want to have it be done? Just do a check-in with yourself. Like, just be honest with yourself. Chaos and conflict. This is like, it is in a way the toughest card in the deck, I would say. Like, that's my personal opinion, because there's so, like, the chaos and conflict is when so much is going on. There's so much in your surrounding. We already got that from the competition card. Like, this is the foundation card. There is a lot happening in your surrounding right now, and whether that is, it's a general read, so it can be literally about anything and everything, and it can be all at once. It doesn't necessarily even have to be like one thing. And usually with the chaos and conflict card, the card itself is about, you might even be like in the eye of the storm, that you see different scenarios playing out with different people. That is, you might not be the center of the trouble or center of the problems, but you seem to be the, it has a thread from you somehow, like it's showing up in your life and you know about it. So this chaos and conflict it serves a purpose. This is where we get actually the divine, the yin, like the feminine, out of the way. We don't want to get the feminine out of the way, but this is indicating more masculine energy. So we're going a little bit back and forth here, like do the masculine, do the feminine. And maybe that's also how you feel. Sometimes you feel like you really want to get hands-on. You want to get to the bottom of this. You want to take things like the matter in your own hands and just solve the stuff. And other times you're like, I'm not going to deal with this. You do it. You enter into this because I don't want to even be involved. So it can even be that you are a little bit back and forth in your masculine and in your feminine. It has nothing to do with male and female, right? It's just masculine and feminine energy, which sits, both of those energies sits in each and every person. And here we're speaking about how the feminine is actually like starting to loosen its grip a little bit, and we're coming into a firmer, like organizing things. It's going to start to get maybe at first organized chaos, to then eventually peter out, to then actually get to an organization where you feel like it is actually starting to clear up. It's starting to get better and clearer and softer. But what it also does, because we have such existential questions here with the like, should I even go ahead to do certain things that I want to do right now when there's so much going on around me? Should I even want for this, whatever this is? And also, do you even have the energy to pull something new off right now, when maybe it's even been your, because it's Gemini, so maybe it's even been your like, I'm going to take a month and actually not start something new, or I'm going to, you might even have set that sort of, made that deal with yourself, maybe even got other people on board so that you're being held accountable. And here you are again, thinking about something new, almost feeling like a little bit of like, oh, can I just, for the love of whoever, do one thing and just stick to it. No, because it's not in your DNA. It's not what you came here to do. You came here to be the type of person that has like 10 balls in the air at the same time, or 3 offers on the table simultaneously. Why pick one when you can have 3? You know, you're it's your beauty, but it can also be overwhelming when it's a little bit much and you get buried under the opportunities. This is when a situation comes in, whatever's going on for you. Maybe it's just up to here, like you had enough of this. Whatever, depending on where you're at on this journey, in this chaos and conflict situation, depending on where you are, you're going to either feel like you're drowning and it's just too much, or you're going to feel like you maybe have started to just get a hold of this. Depending on where you are, it's really important that you don't like, it's important that you listen to, it's always important that you listen to yourself, but especially now, like listen to where you are on this journey, because what I'm about to say might not sit well with you yet. Whatever's going on here is for your benefit. I know that's a slap in the face for someone if you haven't sort of come out on the little bit more on the other end of it. So it might be a little bit of a slap in the face. This is to your benefit. It is clearing out anything and everything around you and inside you, because what happens around you is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So it's just there to really clear out the versions of yourself that it's just not you. Where you're going, it can't come. Sorry, this version of myself, it can't come anymore. Okay, how am I going to get rid of you? Well, I just need to plan or organize things in my immediate surrounding that just will actually trigger those parts of me that just can't stay anymore. And it doesn't mean that you fall down and you never get up again. It just means that you actually strengthen the other parts that maybe has also been a little bit quiet, because we have the mending card. So it's like there's a lot of forgiveness and there's a lot of letting go happening right now. It might even be literal mending, like you're coming, it might be relationships that are getting better and better. Not in a million years, maybe perhaps you thought you were going to have such a friendly or loving conversation with someone, and due to this stuff going on, there you are having this friendly conversation. So there's a lot of mending happening, both with you and other outside people, both with you and like maybe your inner child. Like you're mending things in your reality right now due to the chaos that's going on around you. It serves you. It serves you. And something that came up in the reading with my sister, sorry, sister, for putting you out there. Well, whether that's true for her or not, this is what it says in the book. Like this is, and I'm really drawn to speak it again, is that this chaos or conflict situation is actually might not feel like clear path, but is a path to your prosperity. What does prosperity mean? Prosperity can mean money. It can be like an abundance of support. Prosperity in the sense of you feeling really self-confident, feeling like you really are coming into your worth. Prosperity usually is around money and support and like financial backing and all of that. And maybe for a lot of you guys, this is, and if it, maybe like in the beginning, it's like, what the heck has that to do with anything? Well, the more you clear out your parts, the more you have to stand in your truth. And as you stand in your truth, the only thing you can allow in is your prosperity and your abundance. And it's number 33, so it's a done deal. We have on the mending card, number 52. That's the last week of the year. We're at the very end of it. Like whatever this chaotic situation we're supposed to trigger in you is a done deal. We don't need a catalyst anymore. We don't need any more incidences for you to trigger what you want to get rid of. We don't need any more incidences for the people involved. They don't need anything else either. Like we have reached we've reached everything possible to activate what you needed to activate in order to get to the real you, to the Slim Shady of you. Sucky analogy. um, okay. This is really, really cool. We're going to just do a couple more cards here. I know it's such a cliche, and I know it's like, you so don't want to hear it when we're in the midst of it. But the greatest contrast, or the greatest downfall, or the greatest darkest night of the soul is the beginning of the lightest version, the most prosperous, the most abundant, the most clear version of you. Like, we can't have one without the other, and it really sucks sometimes when you're in the smack middle of it. The World card makes complete sense. We're completely walking away from an old version of you, from an old chapter, like a big chunk of your life, a big chunk of your vibration is shutting down. We're saying goodbye, and you're stepping onto a new earth, perhaps even onto a new reality. You're embracing it. You're so here for it. This is like if you try to quit smoking for 20 years, this is a time where you're going to actually mean it. This is a time where you said, I'm going to, like tomorrow or after this weekend, I'm going to start to change my life. I'm actually going to take a deep, hard look at myself, and I'm going to change accordingly. Maybe you've said that a gazillion times, and then something always comes up, or there's something else that just, yeah, maybe, or maybe next weekend. This is a time where it's like, and you probably have already been in a transformative state, because I just feel like these things cannot start to happen. They usually never happens just out of the blue. There's indications, there are nudges, there you might have been like in a certain pattern for a while, like a while. And so this is not news to you. It's not like you're like, what on earth? Yeah, maybe sort of the really hard and like the really, really crazy stuff going on, like in the physical outer world. Maybe it's like, I didn't expect this to show up in this way. Maybe there's a surprise there. But the feeling of wanting to change, or the feeling of transformation, I almost bet that has been there like for a while. And that's why I'm saying, like, you're so ready for the new. You're so ready to embrace the new. You're so ready to take on the new, meaning you're so ready to, actually literally choose a new reality that you're now stepping into. What else here for Gemini, please? So it's a big turnaround. I mean, we're having the competition card. I'm talking about my 180 situation here. This is like this little girl sitting on top of that tiger. Where you see that tiger, like, it looks like it went like 100% in one direction, and then like do a complete 180 to go back in a different direction. And it's not, doesn't mean you go back to something, or you enter into the drama again, or like whatever. It's just the course that you were headed in, like you're doing a 180, like you're not up for this anymore. It's like, I had it, I'm choosing something different, and like you mean it this time. What else for Gemini, please? And at the very end here, we're gonna invite the angels. So this is a Devil card with a locked in heart. So this, anything that doesn't serve you anymore, any pattern that has held you back in the past, any excuses, any I was not going to say resistance, but like shield or guardedness or defense, anything that you've had up as a defense to, like what Abraham says, like you can continue to argue for your limitations. I just love that expression. If you want to argue for your limitations, go ahead. We're just trying to get you out of it. But if you want to sort of claim a little bit more that your life sucks, then go ahead if you want to choose that. I don't think you want to choose that anymore. I think that to the best of your ability, you're so fed up, you're so done, you're so ready for this new, and things that just don't match is going to come up to the surface. They're going to show their ugly face, and it's for you to not enter into it. It's for you to just release it and let it go. It's going to strengthen your heart. It's going to strengthen wherever you're going. But the moment you're strengthening or want to strengthen, or like leave behind a very comfortable place where you feel like you're in control, you're in the comfort zone, your devilish side, your control is gonna come in and say, what are you doing? We can't go there. It's like, it's too much, it's too new, it's too good, it's too simple. So I'm just gonna dip my toe back in what I know is familiar and overeat tonight again, or smoke that extra package of cigarettes, or like whatever it is for you. Like it's almost like you go there just to feel like you're in that you're in control, right? But you can control the new. You can even so you're just going there back and forth. It's a little bit of a back and forth until you really have settled into the new. And that's okay. Don't judge yourself for it when you're in there. Easier said than done as well. Okay, one last card here, and then we're gonna have the angels give you something. Some last. I got it. Opportunity beckons. So, okay, right now, stepping onto this new earth, stepping into this new reality, I just see there's already so much. It might even be, okay, how do I say this? Sorry. So you might think that because you're in the predicament, because you're in the conflict or in the chaos that you've been in or that you are in, you might be surprised how things really turn out well for you. It's almost like, why is that sign showing me that I'm on the right path when it's clearly this chaotic? Why is this synchronicity still happening? Because I see that there's chaos here, and so this should not even be here. That's the indication that you are not the chaos. The chaos is something that wants to get released. You're not that vibration. That's why the synchronistic events can already come in. You have your back turned towards it, because I think that you think that you're more attached to the chaos than you actually are. The chaos is just there to be a catalyst for you to release certain stuff from within you. And so you already have a lot of opportunities to step into, more than you think, actually. And if you just turn around, if you sort of just actually turn around, you'll start to feel and see that, wow, I'm so much more ahead of any situation than I thought. There's so much more timing to this than I thought. I thought that was way out, next year or something. No, it's now. It's happening now. There's a lot of opportunities coming your way right now. Okay, we're going to end this reading with your angels. What do you want to add here for Gemini, please, for the month of October? Gemini. Just had a little Capricorn feel. So maybe someone has a strong Capricorn energy in their chart. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe one of these biggest challenges that you're dealing with has a Capricorn energy. Okay, what do we have here, please? Helpful people. Isn't that fitting, Gemini? So this is a big one for you, that it might even be that you have started. So you're not the person that easily is just going to reach out for help. And also, if someone is actually offering help, you're not the first one. You got this. No, it's good. No, you don't have to do that. I think that you maybe are really opening up for the possibility for people to help you. Things, if it's not that clear that someone's asking, do you want help? And you say, yes, please. Or that you go to someone to say, can I please have help? And they say, yes, please. It might be things where things just seems to work out, or in the typical situation where someone would have turned the back on you, they don't, or like things just tend to, I think that you overall start to tend to feel like you're more supported. In the midst of the chaos, there might be a feeling of support. This might also lead to you actually, for the first time ever, reaching out in a different way, like reaching out saying, okay, I actually need help here. This is so chaotic and this is so like doing so many things to me that I actually need help. However that help looks, whatever that's, even if it's like a psychiatrist, even if that is like the like law enforcement, if that is what is that called? Like hospitals, like reaching out. Maybe you're the person that like, I'll never see a doctor. And then, you know, you find yourself at the doctor's office. Like, it just seems like you're maybe are reaching out in a different way. Or if you feel like the help comes from the outside source, you're actually not so quick. I can't say you're yes all over the place, but I will say you're not so quick to turn it away. That's really, really good, Gemini, because I feel like you need the support right now. Not because you're so down and out, it just fits where you're going. You're starting to feel worthy. You start to feel confident. You start to feel like, yeah, I deserve some support here. It's almost like you demand it, which is really good. That's what I have for you for the month of October, or 6 weeks into the future, give or take. I hope this is helpful. Know that it's going to ease up. The worst is behind you and you're stepping into like a really beautiful path right now. So thank you guys so much for being here, for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. It really helps me a lot. Take care, guys.